Cover my whole daggone face up.
I wish I could see it myself.
You can pull it up on your phone.
I don't see it on my phone. I don't know how to do it on my phone.
Are you streaming? Are you directly streaming anywhere?
Yeah.
On my Instagram.
Facebook,
Oh.
LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and
yeah, I don't see it on my Instagram. I don't know how to tell.
You can put I don't know. Because she pulled it up again on her computer, it's probably going to make the sound double up. That's what it was doing to mine.
I'm surprised I can't see it on here though.
Out.
Hey, oh, there it goes. Happening now. I think this is it. Oh no. I guess other people could see it. I can't see
That's a cute puppy.
He's bad, man. Spoiled.
He's bad?
What? Yeah, I mean, not just spoiled. You can't sit up here though. That's his thing.
all right, we can let's see if he's running on.
She says she can't see it on my Instagram.
Coming to you live from the Big Apple.
My sister said she can't see it. She said she's waiting for it to come up. But when I click it, it says you are live. I'm on StreamYard, it says we're live, but my sister's on Instagram and she can't see it.
Did you go live on Instagram as well?
Oh yeah, Instagram is a little funny, Dominic. You got to leave your Instagram window open while you're streaming live. If you close the window, it'll log out.
Yeah, mine is
open.
open.
Do you got the window? You got the window still open?
Yeah, after you go live. I'm
about to leave it. I'm about to open it now. I'll show you.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I didn't press go live. I gotta do. I gotta press go live here too. I see.
Yeah.
You gotta press live on Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta leave the window. Yeah, you gotta leave the window open.
We're gonna be having a full conversation about it in a second. Because hello, everyone joining. Hey, Lena. Hi, Courtney. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Tell me if you're able to hear. Oh, yeah, I guess you can. All right, so we're going to wait for a few more people before we get started, but thank you for joining. Hello, everybody. I need everyone to stay tight. I thank you for joining. We're just allowing more people to join before we get started. But as you all know, as I've been saying since last week, that is an information session for all of you aspiring Scrum Masters and product owners or Agile coaches and all that good stuff. And here's my team. And we'll be introducing ourselves in just a moment. Hey, Kia. All right, so we're still just giving it another moment. I guess we'll get started shortly. Hey. You guys want to get started now? Or do you guys want to give it some more time and wait for more people to join?
I'm ready when you are.
You ready?
Yeah, we can go ahead and get started.
I guess we can get started.
Good evening,
Yeah.
people. My name is Art C. Musa. I am on the social media promotion
Hi.
side of this amazing company you're about to hear about here. But enough about me. I'm a creative director. Let me just go a little bit more about me. I've been here a while. Just want to toot my own horn if you don't mind. I'm a creative director. I'm also a filmmaker at this point and a professional comedian. But today you're going to learn from the professionals in the field that you want to be in, the field that could possibly make you a millionaire, because these guys they got suits on. I don't. So obviously I'm the least successful person and the least unprepared person here. But I'm going to move this thing over to who you came to hear about today. Who you came to hear from today. Sorry, guys, I'm new at this. This is Dominique Holliday, the CEO and the founder, who has an amazing origin story. I don't know if we're going to get into it, but let me hand over him, the Scrum Master himself, Dominique Holliday.
All right. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Josh. Artsy Musa, my brother. Thank you. So
I didn't say my name, did I? I didn't say my name. That's why I don't have a jacket, guys. That's why I don't have a jacket.
So, my name is Dominique Holliday, as Josh most eloquently put it. I am the CEO and founder of HSI Holiday Systems, Inc. And just a few years ago, I was working in a metal dump. Yes, I said metal dump. So a metal dump, and now I am an Agile coach, Scrum Master, and a CEO. Becoming a Scrum Master has changed my life, and I've met some amazing people on my journey. And one of those people, I'm going to introduce him and let him introduce himself about his origin story. It sounds like a Marvel movie right now. But his origin story, where he comes from, the great COO, Chief Operations Officer, Timothy Lewis. Woo!
Wow. What a lead off. Good evening, everybody. So I want to quickly introduce myself, but first I want to thank everybody for attending today. We are very excited to have you all with us to talk to you a little bit about Agile, Scrum, and HSI. So as Damo very nicely put it, my name is Timothy Lewis, and I am the Chief Operations Officer at Holiday Systems, Inc. Not only am I the COO of HSI, but I am also a professionally certified Scrum Master, and I've been working in tech for over 8 years. Over the course of my career working as a Scrum Master, I've had the opportunity to work for several organizations across various industries, including finance, media, and health. I've had the pleasure of working with some incredibly smart and talented individuals, similar to what Damo shared. And I've had the pleasure of working, I've worked on amazing products and helped people, teams, and organizations achieve their goals. I did not come from a technical background. I won't go too deep into my background. I do not know how to code, and I am not an engineer. But leveraging my knowledge of Scrum, my people skills, and leadership abilities, I have been able to make a career working in this industry. My mission now is to help others find the same success. There was a point in my life where I had no career, no direction, frankly, no income even. And there are many out there today in similar positions and somewhere in between as well, who could reap the rewards of following the path that myself and many others have followed. My goal is also to guide people along this path and help unlock the opportunities that working with Agile teams provides. I'm sure many of you are wondering still, what is Scrum? What is Agile? What is a Scrum Master? What is an Agile team? We will get there in just a few minutes if you hang in there with us. But for now, I'm going to pass it over to Pia to formally introduce herself.
Yeah. And, before I actually go on to introduce myself, I just want to put a reminder out there, because I know I have people coming. We're streaming from different platforms. That's number one. So I know I have members streaming from my page or my Instagram. And some of you have already seen me marketing this event tonight. Some of you may not be aware of it, but I want to let you all know first that this event is really just to introduce the company, but also to let you guys know the programs that we have available that are coming up, the things that we offer. Those who are aspiring Scrum Masters, aspiring product owners, and maybe even Agile coaches, this is for you. So this is the opportunity for you guys to answer any questions or ask any questions that you want answered. If you're looking to work from home, if you're looking to enter the field of technology, this is a great opportunity right now for you guys to ask. So, okay. So with that said, I'm Pia Rolick. I'm an Agile coaching consultant. For some of you, you may know that I currently work as an Agile coach. My background is in technology. I've worked in hardware, now in software, which I hands down prefer, much better than working in hardware, but it did lead me to software. I do have a background in some coding, front-end development. Those who follow me know that I have coded, I designed websites, but I really fell in love with the project management part of working in the software development industry. I do have a master's degree, an MBA in project management, and I do hold roughly 7 to 9 certifications. And the reason why I say that is because some of them are specific to Agile, while others are more specific to just process improvement. But that is my introductory, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to discuss first really quickly is for those who know nothing about Agile, right? And that's what this is primarily about. It's about us letting you know what Agile is. If you don't know, if you're interested in learning more about it, or if you do know, I'm going to give you a quick rundown on what it is. So Agile is basically a framework, right? Or I should say a methodology. I usually call it an umbrella that houses a number of frameworks underneath it. So this methodology is used in various industries. It started off in software development. And what it does, it allows teams to work and deliver I can't even say that word, but in iterations. Okay, I'll say it that way. It's a lot easier to get it out. So it also allows teams to collaborate more effectively, get feedback from their stakeholders and team members more effectively, in comparison to traditional project management, which some of you may be more familiar with that. Now, if we narrow that down, underneath that umbrella of Agile, there's a framework called Scrum. So some of you may be more familiar with Scrum. Scrum is the most popular framework underneath that umbrella of Agile. Now, Scrum is where you would specialize in those increments, but iterations. Scrum is where you may have heard the term Scrum Master. A Scrum Master specializes in Scrum. So basically, the best way to describe that, it is a way to deliver projects. I'm going to say more specifically software, but it can be used in other industries. So it allows you to deliver software incrementally. What it does is it allows teams to develop and develop in a way where they are able to deliver to their clients in portions, right? So the best way for me to describe it, sometimes I'll say it like this. If you're building a house, as opposed to you designing the entire house as you would in traditional waterfall and then deliver the house at the end, this way you would deliver the house in portions. I mean, you would develop the house in portions, and then you will deliver to the customer incrementally. When you do it that way, it allows the customer to make changes over time, as opposed to you designing the entire house and only able to receive it after the house is complete. But if you wanted to make change within that time frame, you wouldn't be able to if you were doing it in a traditional sense of project management. But with Scrum, it allows you to do it in iterations and designing that house in portions. So this way the client has the opportunity to take advantage of the house while you're still building, utilizing the project, and also making adjustments if there are any market changes as well. So that helps reduce waste. It helps better allocate resources and things of that nature. I'm not going to get too far into it, but also what I want to say is, so Scrum involves a Scrum team. All right. So I'm going to give you guys a quick summary, right? So Scrum involves a Scrum team. So there's a group of people that work on the Scrum team. That would include the Scrum Master, which is one of the, I guess you could say, one of the career paths you would if you were taking one of our courses, right? So there's a Scrum Master, there's the developers that actually do the coding and the software, and then there's a product owner, right? So that's the Scrum team, and then they will deliver this product in portions and in iterations. So they will deliver it in a 2-week. They will design it in a 2-week period, and it may sound a little confusing. So I don't want to confuse everybody. But what I'm basically by me explaining it this way, Tim is going to go further into depth, and he's going to explain to you the benefits of a Scrum Master and the benefits of a product owner. So I'll go ahead and leave it to Tim for now, and then anything else I need to clarify and clean up, I'll jump in there after that.
Great job, Pia. I really like the metaphor you used describing building a house. You could talk about it in a way of building a house or building a car or building anything really. With Scrum or with Agile methodologies, it gives the opportunity for those customers to get a sneak peek into the product and make adjustments, ask the Scrum team or the Agile team to make adjustments as you go. So you're building that house instead of building the whole house. And then at the end, they say, well, I would have really liked a window right there. Every 2 weeks, they have the opportunity to see your progress, right? And they can say, oh, no, wait, we want a skylight right there. And then the team can say, all right, is that more important than putting this bathroom over here? And they'll say, yeah, we want that skylight first. So we'll go make the skylight, right? I really like the metaphor you use. So we could talk a long time and go into more details about what Scrum is and many of the different Agile methodologies, but I want to talk to you a little bit more about what a Scrum Master is. And Pia touched on it very briefly. So with Scrum, you have a Scrum team. There's a few different roles on the Scrum team. You have a Scrum Master, you have a product owner, and you have developers. Those 3 roles on the team can make up the Scrum team. And those folks work together, those team members work together to deliver increments of value on a regular basis. So that could be 2 weeks, and we call those sprints. So those regular basis, those increments, those iterations, we call those sprints. So that could be 2 weeks or 3 weeks, typically anything 4 weeks or less, most commonly 2 weeks. But so let me talk to you a little bit about what a Scrum Master is. So as I mentioned, they are a role on the Scrum team. A Scrum Master is a very crucial role, and they are a team member on the Scrum team. Scrum Master is a facilitator, a coach, a mentor, a servant leader, sometimes a little bit of all things, or a jack of all trades within the Scrum team and the organization. As a Scrum Master, there are times where you have to wear many hats. A Scrum Master, can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we're good.
Yep, we can hear you.
Sorry, my computer just crashed. Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't lose everybody. So as I was saying, everything went dark. I'm like, that's not good. But yeah, so a Scrum Master is a facilitator, a coach, a mentor, a servant leader. And as a Scrum Master, like I said, there's many times where you're going to have to wear some different hats and play a few different roles. They are responsible for ensuring that the Scrum framework is followed, Agile values and principles are adhered to, and they help the team understand and implement Agile practices, remove obstacles, promote collaboration on the team, and continuous improvement. The day-to-day responsibilities of a Scrum Master. Some of that might not have made sense to a lot of people, and I wouldn't blame you. The very first time I heard some of these concepts or these thoughts, I'm like, what are you talking about? This doesn't make any sense, right? I'm sure Damo and Pia could relate. But so long story short, so they help the team understand and implement Agile practices, remove obstacles, promote collaboration and continuous improvement. But they're day-to-day, right? What do they actually do? What do we actually do? Sometimes your role is removing an obstacle for the team. Sometimes your role is facilitating a sprint planning event or a sprint planning ceremony. Sometimes your role is to just listen to fellow team members complain. There are many responsibilities of a Scrum Master, but ultimately the job boils down to helping the team achieve their goals any way you can in the most efficient way. So whether that's helping remove blockers, helping improve efficiency, helping the team with planning, helping the team with review. There's lots of different things a Scrum Master does, but they are a very crucial role on the Scrum team, and they help facilitate the Scrum process and the Agile process within the team and the organization. Let me talk to you also a little bit about a product owner. So we talked a little bit about a Scrum Master, and let's hear a little bit about a product owner. And we're not going to talk about developers today, but developers are also crucial members of the team. Without developers, no work would get done. There would be no value given to organization, right? But let's talk a little bit about product owners. So a product owner is responsible for maximizing the value that the Scrum team delivers. They are responsible for defining the vision of a product and managing the product backlog in Agile teams, right? Just like a Scrum Master, the product owner is a member of the team. Just like the developers, the Scrum Master is a member of the team. They all work together. They all have specific responsibilities. The Scrum Masters are in charge of process, the Scrum process, Agile process, facilitation, along with many other things, some of which I touched on. Developers are responsible for doing the work, whether that's coding or engineering or whatever the product is that the team is working on. And the product owner has specific responsibilities. They prioritize features, gather stakeholder feedback. Stakeholders are anybody who has a stake in the product, people who are paying for it, maybe a senior leadership at the organization. So they prioritize features for the team to work on. They ensure that the development team delivers value aligned with business goals. And from a product owner perspective, there's a handful of day-to-day responsibilities as well, some of which I've touched on already. And I feel like I'm going on a whole spiel, but I'm going to continue for a moment here. Prioritizing and refining the product prioritizing and refining the product backlog to ensure it reflects current priorities and stakeholder needs. So the product backlog is essentially a list of things that the Scrum team needs to do. One of the responsibilities of a product owner is managing that list, managing that backlog, as it's called in Agile. They're responsible for communicating with stakeholders, engaging with them, gathering feedback, understanding the requirements. So say you're a customer, you want this team of people to, I'm going to use this metaphor, build you a house. The team can go build a house, but if they don't understand what the customer wants, they're not going to know what to build. So part of the role of the product owner is to bridge the gap between the team and the stakeholders so they can gather the requirements for the house. We want the house to be 10 foot tall. We want the house to have blue paint on the outside. We want the house to have 20 windows. The product owner then goes and communicates that to the team, the developers, the Scrum Master, everybody on the team, and then the team works together to deliver and build that house. I digressed. But so some of the other roles, responsibilities. So participating in sprint reviews to assess completed work with the team and with stakeholders and gather input for future iterations. And maybe one of the most important roles of a product owner is making key decisions on feature prioritization. So communicating with the team, what is the most important thing that we should be doing right now? What is the second most important? What is the third most important? They are the one responsible for deciding what the team essentially works on. And in that way of doing so, they maximize the value that the team is delivering, what the team is delivering on each iteration. So the product owner will say, this is what we want you to do. The developers will go and do it. And then they'll review at the end of the iteration, which is that sprint we talked about. And they'll review it with stakeholders and get feedback and adjust for future iterations. So again, I went on a little tangent there, but that's a little bit about what the product owner does. This is all fine and dandy, right? Product owner, cool. Scrum, cool. Agile, cool. Let's talk about some of the benefits of becoming a Scrum Master or a product owner. And Pia and Damo went a little bit deeper into their background, but I'll level with some of the folks here today. Before I became a Scrum Master, I think I actually touched on it. I had no direction. I barely made any money. I've had probably 20 or plus jobs doing various different things, trying to find my way in life, and didn't know where I was going until I found Scrum. Let's talk about some of the benefits that I've received and others can receive and do receive from becoming a Scrum Master or a product owner. I'm going to group them together because they're similar benefits. Becoming a Scrum Master or a product owner, one of my most treasured benefits is working remotely. I work from home 100% of the time. You can work from your couch. You can work from your bed. You can work from wherever you want to work. For me, it's a home office. Like I have an office and stuff, but I work from home. It's one of my most treasured benefits of being a Scrum Master. It's allowed me to maximize my time. There's very short time in the day. Everybody knows that. You blink and the day's over. It's allowed me to maximize my time. I don't have to drive into the office every day for an hour there, an hour back. So it's allowed me to really take advantage of my time, spend more time with my family, and really own my time. So working remotely, I'm sure as anybody can imagine, is very convenient, right? So that's probably one of my most cherished benefits, right? Another benefit, and might be probably more important to other people, it's probably the thing that makes the world go round, is the salary, right? So another benefit would be the salary. Scrum Masters and product owners typically range anywhere, I've seen on the low end, $90,000 a year, all the way up to $250,000 a year. Before I was a Scrum Master, like I said, I didn't make nearly that much, barely enough to get by. So it's a different kind of work that I do now. I don't work as hard as I used to work when I made nothing. But again, it's a different kind of work, right? So another benefit, the opportunity to work, and I think we talked about this a little bit, with some incredibly smart and talented people. I told you guys, I don't come from a technical background. I'm not a software developer. I'm not an engineer. I don't know how to code. This skill and this knowledge has allowed me to leverage my experience with this to become a Scrum Master and ultimately break into tech, a field that if you asked me 10 years ago, I would never have been working in and have no business working in because I don't have any technical expertise, right? This has allowed me to do that. Another opportunity that I would mention is the opportunity to be a leader. If you're somebody who naturally is a leader, you like to coach, you like to help people, you like to help people achieve their goals, this is an opportunity for you. A Scrum Master would be a great role for you. If you're somebody who can show empathy, if you're somebody who can relate to others, if you're somebody, again, I'm going to say it 2-3 times, but somebody who likes to help people achieve their goals, this is a great role for you, Scrum Master or a product owner. So one of the opportunities that you get is to be a leader, using Agile and methodologies in the Scrum framework. The other one that I think is, and I just highlighted a list of, benefits that I find important.
Yeah.
Opportunity to work on really cool products. I've worked on web and mobile applications. For example, mobile apps like that I currently work on with a Scrum team at an organization that has over 2 million users. So the things that we are doing in real time, day to day, are impacting people. They are actually changing people's lives. So that's something from a young age, I always knew I wanted to do something to help people. I'm not putting myself on a pedestal, but it is really cool to know that the things that we do as Scrum Masters, as product owners, and developers are having an impact on people and can actually help people. So these are some of the benefits that I think would be important to others to recognize, but are also very important to me. So
Yeah.
I just want to share some of those things. We definitely want to answer questions, because going over some of the details of Scrum framework, Agile methodology, Scrum Master, product owner, some of these concepts like sprints and a product backlog, these are a lot of buzzwords and probably might fly over some people's heads or might not. If you know what we're talking about, that's awesome. If you don't, that's okay too.
I actually have 2 cents I want to add on to that. So just basically piggyback off of some of the things you said. I couldn't agree more for sure. Well, number one, the salaries are definitely great, so can't deny that. It does give a lot of flexibility as far as like the work arrangements. I mean, I've had positions where I've worked hybrid, I've worked solely from home, right? So you do get the options. You have usually you have so many job options to choose from where you can determine which one best suits you and your lifestyle, quite frankly. Also, as Tim mentioned, I know a lot of times people are like, oh, they want to go into tech, but they don't feel too technical. You don't have to be, like Tim mentioned, his background is not in tech, right? Honestly, when I came in, I didn't even know that I was even going to start coding. I had no idea that I was going to start coding, that I was going to be designing websites, but I didn't even do it for that long. I preferred to work with people. I preferred to communicate and actually, engage with people and coach as opposed to technical. So I want to make that a highlight that if you are already in tech, it's an easier transition. However, if you're not in tech, it doesn't prevent you from pursuing this career path. All right. Yeah. So whether that be a Scrum Master or even a product owner, which is actually not even really technically a part of the tech team. So even if you want nothing to really do with tech, right? Say you don't even, like a Scrum Master would work with the tech team, although you don't have to be technical. The product owner that we're referring to would also be involved with working with the tech team, but they're really a part of the business. So if you find yourself more interested in the business part, understanding the stakeholders and understanding the customers and their needs, if that's you, if you have a background in business and or a background in project management or just working more on the business side, like a business analyst, things of that nature, gathering requirements, this is still for you. All right. So I want to make that clear because I know oftentimes when we hear Agile, we hear Scrum, it's usually always related to technology and software, but that's not always the case. So just keep that in mind as we proceed through tonight's session. If you guys have any questions, remember that this session is here truly for you guys. We're introducing ourselves. We try to give you a quick summary of what Scrum is for those who didn't know, what a product owner is for those who didn't know. We're going to provide more information. Dominique will give you guys more information about HSI itself. But if you guys have any questions, I have the chat open. I'm here to answer any questions that you have, even if it's about more details about a Scrum Master, more details about our product become what we are, where we are today. I'm willing to go into even further details with that. So I just wanted to put that out there as well.
Yeah, thanks, Pia. I started to lose you a little bit there, but I think you're back now. Yeah, I
I
couldn't
don't know
agree
if you
with
had
you
anything
more.
else you wanted to add, Tim, or if Damo.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. So does anyone have any questions? Yeah, I can hear you. Does everyone else can hear Tim? Am I cutting up?
No, you're good.
Yeah, so I couldn't agree with you more, Pia.
Okay.
And
It might be a little delay.
one of the things I also wanted to share was I didn't come from a tech background, like I said. I'm not a software developer, and I'm not one now. So part of my role as a Scrum Master, I don't code, I don't do software development. I work with software developers on a daily basis. So I just want to make that very clear for everybody. Becoming a Scrum Master or a product owner doesn't mean you're going to become a software developer or an engineer. But
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to
And you
hand it
know
over
what?
to Damo. Damo's going to talk to you a little bit
Another
about
thing too, I want to
HSI.
tell everyone who's watching that if you are looking for a career change, if you are interested in finding out more about our programs, also keep in mind that that you don't have to have a bachelor's degree. You don't have to have a master's degree. I know I mentioned that I have an MBA. Don't get me wrong. The more you have, it does help. But I've already met people who have entered the industry and are doing quite well without the degrees. Okay, it is more important that you get the certifications and you get the knowledge. So, and the reason why I put emphasis on the knowledge and the certifications because it's programs like ours that provide that knowledge that Damo and I and Tim didn't have access to when we started working on this career path. We actually had to go a long way. So right now, you know, you have a different opportunity that we didn't have. You know, I had to study YouTube in order to get my first job. I mean, like really study YouTube. I didn't even know what to study. I had no idea. I was just typing in agile channels and just typing in whatever I can. And I had like 10 to 15 pages where it's like we offer at HSI, we actually guide you. So we provide you with everything that you need because we already walked that walk, you know? So we know everything that you need. We know all the different details of the frame. So you don't have to go aimlessly trying to figure out how to start. We even know how to guide you as far as like creating your LinkedIn pages, getting your resume together, all of these things. So I just want to keep that in mind. Dominique, was there anything that you wanted to add? Because I can go on and on.
Yeah.
I think we're having some issues.
Yeah.
I don't know if everyone can see it on my live.
Yeah. I'm gonna take over, Pia. Tim, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
You guys, all right. So as Pia was saying, we all had different struggles with breaking into tech. I don't know, maybe I was one of the ones that had the most struggle with breaking into tech, right? So I would like to give you guys a little background on how HSI came to be. So Josh knows, RC Musa, my brother. After coming from Afghanistan, I was sleeping on his couch, literally sleeping on his couch. I was thinking about going in different directions, right? But you know, Scrum was something that I was familiar with, but I didn't take serious, right? So once I did, and I'm going to get a job and I'm going to change my life. So I took it serious, and it didn't happen overnight. I went over a bunch of interviews, interview after interview after interview after interview, and I did not give up. I probably went on 100 interviews before I got my first job. So I was making $60K in the military, active duty, and then when I got that first job offer, I literally ran into my wife's room and started crying because I was like, oh my God, my life is about to change. Because I went from $60K to $120,000. I've never been over $100,000 in any job I've had. I've actually worked at a job where I was making maybe $10 an hour. So now let's talk about how we came to be. So Holiday Systems is a way for people to, like us, like all of you, to break into tech and us, and we will guide you on that journey because of all of the pitfalls that we've had and the pain points that we've experienced. So we have come up with a way for you guys to navigate through this sea of information, and we filter it down so you can understand, and we hold your hand along the way, giving you not only information, but coaching you through tests, and also giving you projects and applications that you will not be able to use after getting a certification. So, like I said, the way that we came
I'm
to
sorry.
be, I met
Can everyone
Tim,
else hear him clearly?
Yeah, I think it's your stream, Pia. But this is how we came to be. I looked at Tim, I looked at Pia, also with helping with marketing and writing and everything else. So HSI is not just this, but we want to focus on teaching you guys and giving you guys value on becoming a Scrum Master, or even breaking into tech another way. But from my opinion, stepping into the Scrum Master role, it is a launch pad into doing whatever else you want to do, because being a Scrum Master, you can learn from developers, you can learn from the business, you can learn from executives. You are sitting in rooms with people that you normally would not be in rooms with on a corporate level. And that is because we push products and services down for people to use, right? So applications, websites, even the Tesla bot. I guarantee you they use Agile to build that Tesla bot. And once those bugs come out, they're going to be enhancing the Tesla bot. So it's not just about doing one thing, it's about doing all things, right? So I'll let anyone add on to that, but that's how we came to be. And like I said, it's not just one thing that we work on, it's multiple things we work on. But for you, we are helping you break into tech, break into business, break into a higher paying role, and giving you flexibility to work from home, and also spend time with your family if you want, travel the world, do anything you want to do. But we're going to be that launching pad to propel you into another life.
Very well said, Damo. Can I add on to that as well?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to mention one thing that sets us apart from other people or other organizations or companies. Damo kind of touched on it, that help coach people and do career development, right? When it comes to agile methodologies, Scrum Master programs, product owner programs, these types of things. One thing that sets us apart is we give our mentees real world experience. We have folks who have gone through our program now or are in our program now who have gotten hands-on experience. That's something that myself, Damo, nor Pia got. I learned about becoming a Scrum Master. I became certified. Didn't know how to do the job. I got to my first job and had to figure it out. And that was very, very intimidating, challenging, and difficult. And I wasn't very successful in that first role. One of the things that sets us apart is we actually put our mentees in Scrum teams, in Agile teams, and allow you to get that hands real world projects. So it's something that really sets us apart. And I think if you ask folks who have gone through our programs, they would share that that's something that they found very beneficial. So I just wanted to add on to that, but Damo very nicely said.
Pia, you have anything to add?
No, I don't have anything additional to add.
Okay. And I'm just responding.
Issues also from my streaming and also from YouTube.
Okay. Well, this is being recorded and it'll be played back. And you guys can reach out to us directly. We'll leave a link in the channels and on the pages. And also just keep in mind that we are here trying to give you information. And I know it maybe feels like an overload of information, but we are really here to help and provide value to each and every individual that would like to become a Scrum Master or a product owner. So now, go ahead.
I was just going to ask if people have questions, please put them in the chat, because we definitely want to answer those questions. That's why we're here. It's an info session. We want to get you information.
Yeah, I see audio isn't the best. Okay. Becoming a Scrum Master was I wouldn't say overpriced 2 weeks, but a higher price 2-week learning, right? So I don't know about you guys, but my mentorship was 2 weeks, and it was $3,000 for those 2 weeks, and then it was let me go try to find a job. So not only did I invest $3,000, I had to invest extra time and effort into learning on my own after that. So one thing that we do provide is like what Tim said was those real world experiences and projects also. And not only those projects, what those projects do is give you insight on why we do things as Scrum Masters, experiencing the things that they are experiencing. By giving you these projects, you don't have to try to research during an interview. And we give mock interviews as well. So, and help you with your resume. So not only are you getting coaches that are in the profession, projects, dealing with software application that you will be dealing with on a day-to-day, and also getting real world experience to put on your resume as well. So that sets us apart from many different.
And that's actually a big thing. Mm-hmm.
So I'll give you guys a quick look. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, not many. You know what? I definitely have a delay. I'm delayed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I guess it caught up. But no, I want you guys to make note of that because not many programs actually give you the opportunity where you can do real live projects. And I don't mean like just real life projects. I mean actually working even after the program is complete, so you can add it to your resume, right? So you're already gaining experience without having to actually go out and look for a job and almost beg for the experience. But you know how it is when you don't have any experience and you're looking to get it, pursue a new career path. Oftentimes it's quite challenging. So that is one of the benefits. Keep that in mind, that that opportunity is there and you can add it to your resume and you can also add it to your LinkedIn.
All right. You guys ready? So.
And I see now we're showing the link to the Agile Apprentice program.
Yeah, so what we're doing now is I'm going to go through what we offer. So we offer 2 tiers, you can choose from each tier. So the Agile Apprentice program, and then we have the Agile Basics. So the difference in the 2 is the Apprentice Mentee group. You get access to recordings of past classes, weekly live learning sessions, and access to professional coaches. So you're like, well, that's not much. Well, here you go. Agile Basics program. Now with this, you get a lot more learning experience and everything that we just described, right? So you'll get access to recordings and past classes, weekly live learning sessions, real world projects from actual companies, opportunity to get hired and make $20 to $30 an hour part-time for HSI after your first 3 months of training, while continuing to learn and grow in your career, your new career. And then we have a 3-month training plan. So focus on learning core Scrum and product owner skills through live classes and recorded materials. Work on real projects. The second month, work on real projects to apply your learning, gaining practical hands-on experience. In the 3rd month, you're on the evaluation phase where successful candidates will be offered a part-time remote position with Holiday Systems, Inc. Additionally, you'll receive one professional resume build to help you stand out in the job market. So this is all the things that we're trying to give you with these different offers, right? So Tim or Peter, do you have anything that you want to add on to what we're showing here?
No, you're doing
No,
great,
but I do want to say, go ahead, Tim.
He said he's good.
Go ahead, Pia.
Tim, you were going to say something?
No, go ahead, Pia.
Oh no, I was just going to say that if you guys have any questions about any of these programs, feel free and contact me directly. and I'll be more than happy to guide you through or answer any questions that you have, additional questions that you have. Also, if you need some clarity, I know we kind of just like bombarded you guys with a whole bunch of information that may have sounded like a different language for some of you if you're not familiar with Agile or Scrum Master and product owners. So also feel free and contact me, and I'll be more than happy to give you more details on what they are in depth.
All right.
That's all that I have.
Stop sharing. Move my screen back over. All right.
Do we have any questions from anybody?
I have
If so,
quick
please
question.
feel free and put it in the chat.
I have a quick question.
Go ahead, Tim.
So if people were interested in getting more information about HSI, Damo, where would they go or what would they do?
So you go to holidaysinc.com. That is HOLLIDAYSINC.com. Now, I'll post it. It's posted on our social media accounts. If you have a LinkedIn, it's on that as well. And I'll also put it in the comments here so you guys can have access to that. All right, Josh, you have any questions? You're muted.
Yeah, we had enough of those audio problems today. Like if you fast track,
I know.
yeah. If we fast track the whole process, how long does it take just from deciding I want to be a Scrum today? Like when can I be certified and work?
So with us, you can be certified as quickly as you learn the information. So we do offer coaching on the exam. My excellent chief operations officer made sure that it is a way that you can go ahead and get certified. Now, as far as working, you can start working 3 months after you are certified, or it can take you a little longer. It's completely up to the individual. But we are offering a way that you can start working sooner by giving you an opportunity after that evaluation period to jump right in and start working as a Scrum Master, product owner, or somewhere inside of HSI.
In these days, is experience when you're trying to get a job. You know, everybody got a diploma, but they need experience too.
And to elaborate a little bit on that as well. So say you went through the 4-week program with us. You went through your 4 weeks, you got the knowledge, we help you get certified, we help you build your resume, help you get your LinkedIn. You could go out in the world and apply for jobs and go become a Scrum Master. Or you could continue working with us. You still have the access to work with us, get those weekly live learning sessions, work on real world projects, make a little money while you're working on those real world projects and you're looking for another job. So it's really, as Damo said, up to the individual person. If you feel like, oh, I have this in the bag, I completely understand it, you could go out and get a job as fast as you can get hired, right? So it's just going to depend on the person, how quickly you learn, and how much work you put in. If you really want it, it's just going to depend on when you feel ready and confidently enough to speak to some of these things and understand the role of a Scrum Master or product owner, and then take it from there. But the cool thing that Dama was mentioning and Pia was mentioning, we're here with those people every step of the way. We're here to hold your hands. We're on meetings with our mentees 3, 4 nights, 5 nights a week. So like we're here as well as doing what we do on a daily basis to support everyone to ultimately get them to that goal. So that if they want to become a Scrum Master, there's nothing more that we want for them.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you all heard Damo say he went on like how many interviews was it, Damo? Like over 100 interviews? Oh.
Okay. No, I'm joking. Yeah, 100-ish.
He went on 1,000 interviews, everybody. No, just kidding. So Damo said he went on over 100 interviews. But, and even though that happens, right? Like everyone on this call has, I'm sure, has gone through the process of trying to get a job. So sometimes that happens. You have to go on a ton of interviews. And then sometimes you just have to prepare. Not saying you weren't prepared. This is sometimes you have to go through a process. But when you actually are ready to go on interview, I applied at more than one place. I got one interview, and that one interview gave me my job. So everyone, and I'm saying that because, Damo had mentioned, it's up to the individual. Everyone's experience is different. It literally is your own journey, right? So everyone's experience is different. So let's say, Damo went on 100 interviews, but he was able to double his salary when he got that job, right? I went on one interview. I did not double my salary. I had a much lower starting salary, significantly lower than his. In fact, I started the value market, what the market was paying. I had to leave in order to double that. But, so everyone's journey is definitely different.
All right, Peter. So I want to add something too. So I do have one of my old mentees that would like to say something. She just joined, so I'm gonna add her to the stage, and she could give you some insight on her journey and how. Hey, Ajane, are you there? I think you're muted. Let me make sure she's. I hope she's not having any technical issues, but so I'll give you a quick overview of Ajane while she's getting her stuff set up. So she reached out to me when I stopped actually coaching people, and she was like, "I really need you to coach me. I need this job, but I don't really understand some things." So we went through maybe 3 days, and then she got her job. But I want her to speak to that. Just let me see if she's able to speak. Ajane, are you there? She sent him a text. Hey, Ajane.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good, doing good. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of chime in and tell people how you reached out to me and how becoming a Scrum Master has helped you with your transitioning into a different career has helped your life.
Yes. So, hi, my name is Ajane. I met up with Dominique, and I was basically study Scrum, been in Scrum, and I had my job at it was Sam's Club. I had received my first role at Sam's Club, and so I was at that job for about a year, and then I was off for 7 months. And sometimes, like when you're off, you can, you can end up losing some trainings and losing some information, or you can just become what I would call textbook savvy, right? So you're learning the information, but you're not delivering it the way it needs to be delivered. So you have the information, but you're not delivering it correctly. And so um, I reached out to Dominique. I think I don't know if he ended up following me. However, we ended up on each other's LinkedIn or whatever the case may be, and we connected. And then I reached out and we talked, and he seemed very resourceful. He had great information, and so when I kind of got down at my lowest of lows, I was just like, I need to reach out to him. And so I reached out to him and I was like, hey, I need your help for some reason. I've got an interview after interview. I'm making it to the very end, but for some reason, I'm just not snagging it the way I want to. So he was like, okay. He was like, we're going to get together. We're going to train and, you're going to be good. And so I ended up getting another interview. Like the interview that I had went to right before, one of the guys liked me. And so he ended up putting in a word for me. So I had another interview coming up. And so I worked with Dominique for 3 days, and he was knowledgeable. He was able to deliver the things that I needed to. He had more information on things I needed to know. He changed some wordings around for me to be able to deliver. So he was not only knowledgeable and teaching me things that I didn't know, but he also was giving me the knowledge and the tools to be able to deliver it the way I needed to deliver it. And so basically, I was able to go to that interview and go to the interview, deliver, remember, what he delivered to me, and I was able to get that job. And so I'll just basically say, you guys, with that position, it was a little, it was Walmart. I was working at corporate Walmart Global Tech, and that position was 155, 155 a year with bonus, right? So basically what I will say, you guys, is if you come join with Dominique, it's a great decision Scrum in IT has changed my life. It is what I would say is I didn't know. Sometimes you're coming from different careers. Like I've sold cars, I've been in network marketing, I've sold electricity. I've done so many different things um, that I could possibly think of. I've worked at fast food places, and I've just done so many things to the point to where I was trying to find a thing like, God, how can I have time and money, right? Some people make a lot of money, they don't have the time. Some people may have,
Right.
they
Yeah.
have little money. I mean, yeah, they have a little money, but have all the time in the world. And so it's like, how can you find two in one? And so I would say Scrum is that thing where you can literally have two in one. I'm telling y'all, I would literally have my computer and I would be out of state, right? Knowing I'm in Florida, knowing I'm in Puerto Rico, and then I got a meeting and I'm like, hold on, wait, y'all. I'm telling my friends, hold on, wait, guys. Wait, I gotta get over here. I gotta go have my meeting. So now I'm going over here. I have my meeting and I'm back outside. Okay. So it's fun, I didn't think that I would like I mean it was so weird and people would talk about engineering and just IT, and I'm like, what is IT, right? But when I got off into IT and I understood so many different things, I didn't realize I enjoyed it and liked it as much as I thought I
Yeah.
would. And
Same.
so
Hmm.
changing a career, right? Changing a career, learning something new, it may feel a little bit overwhelming, but I'm telling you, when you get in and just learn that, oh, this is all I have to do. This is really people, they come here, and I'm gonna tell you this: people at the top and people that make money, they're not stressed out, right? So you get to go to environments where people are kind. you know, you get to go to environments where you're walking in corporate Walmart and they have all this food and all these snacks, and it's just a total different setting from where you come from. And it's like, oh, I see why nobody's stressed out here. Everybody bills are paid, right? So, um, you know, I just want to say, like, just understand that if you are here, this is the place. You've made the right decision, right? And I would say this: 2 years before actually doing Scrum, it was a lady, she came up to me and she was like, I heard about this thing called Scrum, and I feel like you should do Scrum and this isn't that. And I was like, what? And I was like, what is it? Yeah, you can make six figures and this isn't that. Well, she talked about it. Y'all, 2 years later, after that lady talked to me, I watched a girl's life change from it. I watched um, many people, learn about this and they get jobs and they have went on to live better lives. So what I will say is, if somebody reached out to you or if you're here, it's because it's not by chance. You've made the right decision. And I feel that, you should really look into this and jump right in because the time is now. But it will change your life. It changed my life. Dominique is very, when I tell you he talk about it like it's a baby book, like I'm like, oh my gosh, he just spits knowledge like his baby. And I'm gonna tell you this: even when I talk, people are like, "Oh my gosh, you're very knowledgeable." But I love listening to others speak because you're able to learn different things when you talk to different people, or you just learn how to grasp it a different way. I just learned better ways of doing things. So I don't want to ramble too much, but I will say Scrum has changed my life. IT has changed my life, and it's the best decision I've ever made. And I would say it's probably the top decision. I was talking to a girl. She says she does nursing, and I'm like, hey, come do Scrum on the nursing side, right? It's a lot of things that have like, many jobs that want you to be in the field of nursing or doctors or whatever case may be. I'm like, girl, you can do Scrum and make six figures while you're trying to become a nurse and you're making what, $2,000 to $3,000 a month, right? Switch sides and do it on IT, do it in tech. So whatever it is, whatever you desire to do, you don't have to get rid of that dream of doing it. You can just go somewhere else. You like Amazon, come from working the floor of Amazon and go do Scrum, at Amazon, go do Scrum at Walmart. At 19, I used to work at Walmart. So I love the honor of being able to work at Walmart for Scrum. That was like the dopest thing ever for me. But what I'm saying is you can do it for banks, you can do it for wherever you desire. But
Yeah.
that's my testimony. And I'll just say, that's all I have to say, Dominique. I'll
Well,
pass it
that was
back to you.
great.
All right, thanks, Ajane.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you so much, Ajane.
All right.
I
So
think
we
the
can
time is
open
gonna.
Yeah, it may time out, but if you have any questions, you guys have any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna time out. So
I just want to say thank you, everybody, for your time tonight. It was very nice.
Good. Do it.
yes,
I just
thank you
want to tell you
everyone for
guys, if you're on the
joining.
fence, do it. Do it, guys. The world is changing. This is the perfect opportunity to take that leap because it could get shaky in next month. So do it. Do it.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining, and reach out to us on our website, our Instagram, our LinkedIn, our personal Facebook, whatever you need to do, reach out to us and we'll get you going. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Yep.
Have a
Good night,
good day.
everybody. Thank you.
All right.